Yeah, hello, good day everyone. I hope you all are having a great weekend. So today I decided to probably start releasing weekly videos that I can talk about my weekly forecast instead of just giving you all just the screenshots as I usually do to make it more communicational and have that kind of connection with you all. I think video format and also the screenshot formats will kind of help you understand my point of view in terms of weekly bias and daily bias. And take note, I'm not going to be doing this every week. I will doing like I'm not going to be doing this rather, I'm not going to be doing this every day, but rather I'll be doing it every week. I just hope I'm able to keep up to my words because I know sometimes life comes in and I'm able to really keep up. So today, just going to do the analysis, moving into the new week. So currently I have 4 pairs on my watch list. I only trade those 4 pairs. Initially it was 5, but the one of A, the Swiss, I just deleted it because like it was getting too much. 5 was kind of like getting a little bit stressful. Um, this 4, I believe it should be more than enough for my weekly profit target and weekly profit objective. So the first pair on the list today is AUD USD. So on AUD USD, when I'm starting, last week, this last week, the week that just concluded, I did not take any trade. There was no opportunity for me in the marketplace. Market was just quiet, and that was it. Like it was just a quiet market for me. So I decided to just play around with day trading. I took this day trade, but it was not. I did not take this on my personal account. This was because this is not part of my plan. I took this on Friday because it was like I was just kind of getting bored and I did not want to do anything outside my rules and place it on my own personal life account. So what I just did was to just take this my um on the paper trading account on TradingView just to sometimes like you just like taking trades when you are doing nothing. So this is the trade history. So as you can see, it is just the stock trade. Um, yeah, I think it's yeah. So this was 3,000. So the first trade was on Euro USD, which is this one, as you can see. It was 2.5 euro. And the next one is 2 euro, but did not get to the full TP. I closed some. I took away a lot of profits. I left us when they was there. But I was about to close it then. The market was already closed by then. So um, yeah. Overall, I did not take any trade last week, and that was just it. So moving into this week for the buyers on AUD/USD. So I'm just going to clear up the charts. So I tend to do my top-to analysis from the 12-month chart down to the daily chart where my focus is in, because I use my daily time frame as my setup time frame. So from the 12-month chart, my top-to analysis, I've done this in earlier on, but just do this for you all to see where I'm coming from. As you can see here, this 12-month chart or the 1 year chart is literally bearish after breaking this swing low. So prices it has given us this pullback. So after this pullback, I'm expecting the continuation of the while to then target this 12 months low. But this is the year we're in, which is year 2024. So we can't really expect price to just like use this year to just go down. Like sometimes it can happen, but it's kind of rare. Like it's kind of rare for us to see price move like in the year 2008, where we have this large move, which was about 3,800 pip move for the year. So it's kind of rare. Like last year, the peak move for last year, I think it was just barely 1,000. Yeah, so it was 887 peep for last year. Last 2 years was, yeah, that was 1,491 peep. So it's hard for us to really see big pushes like this in just 1 year. But even if we don't have big pushes in the year, we can still look for trades and still get trades because we're not really trading this 12 months chart. This is just the top to down approach to get where we are in the marketplace. So on this 12-month chart, with bearish, we've had this pullback. I'm expecting a down push to run at this 12-month low. Then once we go down to the 6-month chart, what do we have? Just to make this chart more expandable. So on the 6-month chart, we don't really have any structure on the 6-month chart. It should just stay the same thing, just candlesticks. Yeah, yeah. Although we've had a pullback here, but there's no candle and there's no structure presented. So what I do is like my main concept is between like using time frame to pair my major structure to my minor structure. So in this case here, 12 months now is the major structure, which is bearish. So I'm looking for the minor structure to this 12-month chart. That's when I see me start looking at the 6-month charts, which I don't have any structure. And then going down to the 3-month chart, do I have any structure? Yes. And what's the structure on this 12-month chart? We've pushed up, we've pushed down, we've had this buy to then sell, which is like a lower low, a lower high, and then this lower low, we've had a pullback. So the 3-month chart is now the minor structure for the 12-month chart. The 12-month chart is bearish, 3-month chart is bearish. So there's an alignment between the major structure on the 12-month chart and the 3-month chart, the minor structure of the 3-month chart. So we're having a pullback here. Then I'm going to be expecting a continuation of the work, which is the 6-month low, which is a pullback we've had, which is a swing that was created. So the 3 months is currently bearish. Then I'm going to like now in this 3-month chart, I'm going to look for the minor structure to this 3-month chart. That's how I tend to pair up my time frame. This is how I use up my multi time frame analysis. So on the monthly chart, do we have any minor structure to this 3-month chart? Yes, of course. We've had all of this pullback, which we had the inducement. Inducement simply meaning like this fake move to force buyers into the market thinking price is going to go up. But this is not a break of structure to go up, but rather it's a pullback to continue making lower prices. As you can see, make the price took out a high. You see me using this so many times. I've talked about this so many times. Price took out a high, and then we had a continuation lower to the downside. Then we have started creating minor structure, which is buy to sell, and we had a pullback. So the monthly currently is bearish was not really showing any signs of going down. Why? One of the major reasons is because my breakout structure, I confirm my breakout structure two body sticks, like two borders of each candles. The highest border in this price swing here is this high. As you can see, we already had a breakout structure on that body, which invalidates this my structure, this my bear structure. So if I'm supposed to take a trade based on this bear structure, I won't consider that anymore because we've had a body to body break. And with all I'm just waiting for is a week to week break for me to really confirm this being bullish. But in this case here, what I do, I won't be considering this as a bearish for price to run lower. So you can really see that if you want like to really understand it better, you can put on the line chart and you can get more information. Here's the line chart. As you can see here, we have the line chart. We've had this break to the upside and we've had a pullback and we're expecting a continuation higher. So yeah, we're at the pullback, but then this monthly chart formed another structure, which is this buy to sell. And then we had the break of structure, making this bullish right now, confirming the bullish sentiment I'm already having. So we're not this monthly high on AUD/USD. So I don't think I'm going to be doing this top to analysis again. I'm just going to be doing this for now. And like in the subsequent video, we're just going to be going to the weekly and daily charts. So this is just to just get track of where we are currently in price. So the monthly chart is currently bullish. So we're looking to see what would be the minor structure to this bullish structure on the monthly time frame. That's when I scaled down to my weekly chart because that's the closest chart, or that's the closest time frame after the monthly time frame. So in time, that's the time frame alignment. So here, although we see after break of structure on the monthly high, price pulls back down, start forming minor structure, which is a buy to sell on the weekly time frame. And then we had a break of structure on the weekly time frame. And then we had like now the weekly is not bullish after this break of structure higher. What I'm looking for now is a minor structure to this weekly bullish structure, which is going to be on the daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, what do we have? As you can see here, we have a pullback. Start having like kind of like consolidating markets. not really pushing, neither breaking this high or breaking this low, but we can still trade in between the range if we get a clear market structure. Yeah, price runs this low. We can look for a counter trend to buy this up, to target this high. We can sell above after taking this high out. This is my strategy, really. Once it breaks this high, I'll be looking for a sell pullback. So see either sell pullback or either hold to break lower or will be like a pullback to then continue higher. So if I'm engaging on the sell here, I'm aiming for the low while managing the trade carefully. If that did not get to the low, if it takes me at the loss or at the break even, I'm fine with that. And I'm going to engage on the buy. And that's the buy you see me take. You see me took last 2 weeks. Yeah. You see me took the buy last 2 weeks. Which is the break of this high. We had a push up and I was targeting 2 hour, which was somewhere around here. So that was really the trade. So currently now in price, the daily time frame is still bullish, which is like all of this is just inside of this main structure, which is the sell to buy. So all of this structure is just one leg in price to me. So currently right now on the daily time frame, we're still bullish, no sort of pullback. This is not a pullback to me. Pullback to me has to be signified by candlesticks color, which is for me, my bearish candlesticks are the red ones. My bullish candlesticks are the green ones. Here we just have straight prices, no pullback, no significant pullback or any bearish price action. I know in here it looks as if it was a bearish, but like I said, candlesticks call off. The rule is the rule. I don't tend to defeat or break any of my rule. So without any bearish structure, yeah. So we've actually pulled back up. So all of this is just a strong push up. Now I'm still looking for a pullback and then a continuation higher or a pullback to then change the overall direction of the markets. So for me now, my bias for the week, previous week, this is what I do to actually get a significant bias for the week. Previous week was bearish. Now there's something called candlestick transfer information to the next candlestick. The last candlestick transfer information to the next candlestick. For example, we can see that happening here. This was a bullish candle, transfer the information to this bullish candle. Now we had another bullish candle, and then another bullish candle. This candlestick transfers information. Transfer information in the sense that if we have previous week being bullish, there are two things that can really happen in the marketplace. Price can either continue the same bullish move or give a complete reversal, which is forming a bearish candle for the next week. Those are the two things that can happen in every week. So our job is to get in on the continuation or get in on the reversals. And there's no way we can know for 100% fact that the next week is going to be reversing completely or is going to give a continuation. Or that's why we react to the market. We follow the market. Whatever information the market is trying to give to us, we tend to actually follow the information. We don't try to forecast into the future. Neither will we try to look into the past. We're currently in the present every single time. You should always have that now moment mentality in the marketplace. Always focusing on what is happening right now, what's the information the market is giving to me right now. That should be your major focus every single time. Um, yes, I was saying this is a bullish previous week, so kind of like I'm expecting this new week to actually give a pullback and then a continuation. For me personally, I will want the pullback to pull back below 50% of the range because that gives me better risk to reward trade, not because of there's anything fancy that occurs below 50% of the range. No. The reason I'm waiting for 50% of the range is because of it gives me better risk to reward when it comes to taking my entries. The risk to reward taking an entry, a continuation entry from below 50% of the range is way better than taking it above 50% of the range. And that's why I just most times price tends to come like 70 to 80% of the time, price tends to come below 50% of the range rather. That's why I just patiently wait for 50% of the range. It doesn't pertain to whether the trade is going to work or not, because sometimes we've seen price come not coming below 50% and still going higher. For example, I think it's because example should be somewhere here where price failed to come below 50% of this range, like missed it just by a little bit of peep and still pushed significantly higher. So 50% of the range doesn't mean much. As another example, is above, in this sell case, above 50% of the range. Price willing to come above 50% of the range and still pushing strongly lower. So I said those things does not really matter in terms of price. What it just helps me do is to get a better range to reward trade. So yeah, I said if price start pulling back down from whatever point it gets to, maybe it gets back to this high, but currently this is the highest point. You start pulling back down from there. comes below 50% of the range, I'll look to engage on the sell. And if the sell fails to hold, I'll be engaging on the buy to buy it back up. That's just the plan for the new week. And then also using the formation as I said earlier on, previous week is bullish, so I'm expecting a continuation from previous week price action, which is a pullback and then a continuation. Like last week did not give us any pullback yet, so I'm waiting for this new week now to give us a pullback and then a continuation. So that's the plan on AUD USD. So moving to the next pair. In order not to make the video too long, because long videos sometimes can be quite boring, especially for trading. So in order to make the video too long, I won't be doing the top to down for the rest pairs because I think with the top to down I did on AU, that's AUD USD, that should be more than enough for you to understand how I do my top to down analysis and where I'm really coming from. So you can take that as part of your own learning process to analyze the EU, GU, and then EF, that's Euro Swiss. Do the top to down by yourselves. So what I'm going to be doing here is to E on the rest page, I'll just go straight to what we have currently in price. So currently in price, I'll just start from the weekly charts and then let me delete this because this is just the current run up. So currently on the weekly chart, we have this buy to sell, which is really bearish with the structural range currently. We've had a lot of this pullback, but in this pullback is strong, and this is the highest point in price. So this is really the body high of the swing. So if I'm going to be bearish, I don't see body to body break of the swing. If price breaks this body and it closes above, which is exactly what it did last week. I haven't really been constantly this to actually go down anymore, but expecting this to go on this high. Sometimes it does really go down, but most times it's just blows it through. And we can really confirm that using the line chart, as can you see here. This is the swing high. Price has already broken the swing high. So I'm expecting price to go higher and take out this high for this new week. So and then last week what the last week kind of closed us, we had a bullish close. So this gives my new week bias to this new week bias to be bearish and to be bullish rather, because I'm expecting a continuation from last week price. So I'm expecting new week to actually pull back and then give a continuation higher. So in that pullback, if it offers me an opportunity to buy the pull and sell the pullback, I'm going to be selling the pullback and I'm buying the continuation. Or sometimes, as I said, sometimes the pullback is just going to hold and turn to a complete reversal in price, and price we tend to see price in for the previous week low, which is this low right here. So, but doing that now, we go down to the daily time frame. So we pair this now with the structure. So what's the structure on the daily time frame? Because the daily time frame structure will serve as the minor structure to my weekly time frame. So currently, weekly time frame is bearish overall. Then we've added this minor structure, which is buy to sell, and we had a flip. This is where the flip occurred to be like price flip to be bullish. Then we had a sell to buy, and then currently most recent breaker structure is this on the daily time frame. So we have this as our daily break of the swing high. Was the lowest low? So we had a sell. Yeah, this will be the daily structure low. So currently right now, this is the structure low on the daily time frame. So this is the sell to buy, which is higher high, higher low, and then higher high. So for this new week, I said I'm expecting a pullback, or we can see the opening of the week, which is Monday, just take out this high, or we can tend to have a pullback. So I'm expecting the pullback to occur, and I'm going to be aiming to buy the pullback higher. I said I will still sell the pullback and buy the continuation. So that's if it presents itself that way. So for this new week, what I'm expecting is simply this. Oh, let me get a better. So that's basically what I'm expecting. Let me just make this like a straight price. Yeah. So I've had a sell, so I'm expecting it to sell down and buy. I said I'm buying, always aiming to buy below the 50% of the range. So if I start following from this point, which is the highest point, I'm expecting to buy below 50% of the range to get a better risk to reward trade. So moving to the next pair, that'll be on GBP/USD. So the next pair we have on our list is GBP/USD. So the same thing, likewise. On the analysis, we just broke through those 3 months high on the pound dollar. If we go down to the 3 month chart, we have this 3 month high, and then price, I'm expecting price to draw to the 6 month high. If we go down to the 6 months, that's the 6 month high, I'm expecting price to come to. So 3 months is not bullish, which is supporting price going to the 6 month high. And then when it dropped to the monthly charts, we don't really have any structure after, like there's no minor structure yet on the monthly chart. A pattern that's going to serve as a minor structure to the 3 month charts. On the weekly, do we have any minor structure after the break of this high? Nope, we don't have anything. There's nothing yet. And then on the daily, which is the last time frame I use for my top to down. The rest time frame, anything lower than the daily time frame is just for entries. This is why I just stop at. So on the daily time frame, do we have anything? There's nothing. But in terms of forecasting this week, I'm expecting, because previous week was bullish, I'm expecting like a pullback and then a continuation. That's like which is continuation from last week's trend, which is bullish. That's my expectation. But for now, I don't have anything I'm going to be focusing on pound dollar for this new week. Until I want to see a structure formed, a minor structure formed, which will be on the daily time frame. Perhaps since we're expecting bullish, I'm expecting a pullback and then a break higher. Then I can look to sell the pullback again. But in this case, I'm not looking to sell this first pullback because there's no structure. There's one minor structure that's going to be used as a reference to sell them to and then continue higher. So I have to wait for the structure to form. So once the structure form, I'm going to wait for a break over the high and then the pullback to continue the buy higher. So for now, there's nothing yet. Maybe during the week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but don't really know. Depending on what our price tends to form. But for now, I don't really have any bias on GBP/USD for the new week. Then the last pair on the list, which is Euro Swiss, that's EF. What do we have? So EF last week was bullish, which is a continuation from last week's price. Then on the daily time frame. So the weekly time frame right now is bearish, which is a breaker structure of this low. So all of this is just a pullback. So we're having that pullback. So wait for the pullback, which like weekly time frame is still bearish. So we're waiting for a pullback and then a continuation lower to target this swing low on the weekly time frame. Let's go on to the daily time frame. So we're going to find a pullback with structure. So this is what the first flip happened that started that initiated the pullback. So all this I was working, price started giving the pullback, the bullish pullback up. Then currently right now, we broke this high and then the most recent minor structure, so the weekly time frame bear structure, is this daily time frame break off structure. And that's a lot of word to comprehend in just one sentence. So we have, this is the most recent minor structure, which is bullish. So what I'm expecting for this new week is a pullback because last week is bullish. I'm expecting a continuation into this new week. So I said the pullback can serve as two things. We don't really know if this pullback will serve as a complete reversal in price to then that will begin the bearish move to target this weekly low. We don't know. We don't know of that. But what I can say for a fact is that this pullback I'm going to be engaging, like looking for a sell on the pullback to then sell. If the sell holds, we're going to be targeting this low. That's our last target in terms of the pullback sell. But the actual use of the sells to sell the pullback and buy the continuation. So if this week starts like this, I'm expecting something like this, the pullback, then the flip on the lower time frame minus structure. So flip to bullish, like from the 4 hours time frame down to the 1 hour time frame. That's why I look for my minus structure entries. So I'm waiting for the flip. I'm going to wait for the flip back to bullish to target what's this high right here. So this high will be the overall target. Yeah. Going into like if that's where the pullback, like if that's the highest point price is going to get to, that will start the pullback. We don't know for now. We have to wait for tomorrow to start to see. So as always, if I'm buying, I want to be buying below 50% of the range and not saying above. I'm not buying above 50% of the range. It must be below 50% of the range. Because why? That gives me better risk to reward trade to engage on. Anything above it, the risk to reward sometimes is not really favorable. And I like my minimum risk to reward is 2 hours. Sometimes I get out to like 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. And some setups I get up to like 10 hours with two entries and sometimes even 15 hours, depending on the price move. So I don't have a fixed highest, like I don't have a fixed maximum risk to reward, but I have a fixed minimum risk to reward, which is 2 hours for me. So buying below 50% of the range will give me a better risk to reward. So for this new week, I'm expecting a pullback and then a continuation to engage the buy on. So that's my idea on this pair. So I hope you find this weekly analysis and weekly forecast of mine insightful, and I hope it helps you understand how I tend to get my weekly bias and so on. And I hope it actually helps you to build a strategy that you can use to actually know how to find your own weekly bias, either the weekly or daily bias. All that just matters, all the difference between getting the weekly bias and the daily bias is just the time frame, even down to the monthly bias, is just the time frame used. So to get the monthly bias, you have to start incorporating the monthly time frame and the likes. Or to get the weekly bias, the weekly and the daily time frame is enough. To get the daily bias, the daily, the 4 hours is enough. So that's just it's just the time frame on our alignments, just the time frame sequence, how you tend to pair up the time frames. That's the only difference. So that's it for this video, and hope you all enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. So right before I go, before I forget, we have some high impact news events for this new week. On Monday we have just two, and then on Tuesday we have just one. On Wednesday we have one on GBP. And then on Thursday, we have one, two, three, four. A lot of our impact news on Thursday. It's going to be a crazy day. And like we're going to see a lot of movement in the markets. And ECB, which is a news that really pushes the market on the Euro pairs. And then on Friday, we have just one. On so on every day of the week, we have our impact news release. So that's it on this video. Bye bye.